that, you know, they're on trial, so they would want to be innocent, but they were actually tried as guilty. But if you think about it, it makes sense because they were guilty of breaking the status quo, and that was the positive thing about it.
Wow, fascinating. And you do this every year?
Yeah, well, it's been going on for like a while. I think this is like the 16th year that they've been doing it.
Is it through your school?
No, it's not through my school at all. It's called City at Peace DC, and we meet in Northeast on 8th Street. We actually just got a new place at the Atlas Theater.
Yeah.
And it's on Wednesdays and Saturdays. It's very time consuming, but it's fun.
Yeah, it sounds like it. It sounds like it.
Yeah.
And again, it's a lot of what your sister is trying to fight is injustice, you know, but you're doing it through a very creative venue, right? Which is theater and art and singing. So I think that's awesome. That's really cool. Now, for you, Lucia, tell me a little bit about the Teen Metro AIDS and your involvement with that.
So I have a paid internship at Metro Teen AIDS, which is a nonprofit organization in Southeast DC. And my position there is I'm a peer educator, so we do a lot of community outreach, trying to promote safe sex, because 1 in 20 people in the in Washington, D.C. have HIV or AIDS.
Wow.
That's very high. It's the highest in the region. After Africa, D.C. is next.
Wow.
And we are #1 in the United States. So we want to stop that. Or we want people to have protected sex, know their status, get tested. That's very important. We hold different events. Actually, today, December 1st, it is World AIDS Day.
There you go.
So we hold events, so where there's free testing or that will attract youth. Our goal, well, our outreach is to ages 13 through 24.
Okay.
So we really want to get a lot of youth.
And just so you guys know, I think, you know, for both of you, if you know, I know you'll share some of these websites with me, so you can see that on generacionlatina.org. If any of you are interested in learning more about what these girls are doing, these organizations, and just how to get involved in help their cause, I think you guys are doing great things. So it's awesome. Yeah, Natalia, go ahead.
I also worked because this past summer I did the Fenty Summer Youth Employment Program, and City at Peace was a part of it, but actually it was interesting because both of the groups this summer got brought together. So some of the people from Metro Teen AIDS came together. So we actually did stuff focusing on HIV and putting it into acting and stuff. So we made a play. But it's interesting to learn, like, it's the lack of knowledge about HIV and AIDS. Like, people think that it's one thing or you can get it this way, but it's just very interesting to know how you can get it and how you can't get it, and it's just good to know your status.
Most common misconception about AIDS, what would you say it is?
That you can get it through kissing.
I think that people think that HIV and AIDS are the same thing, and people think that that they're the same thing. They're not. You can get AIDS from HIV. You can't just get AIDS first. You contract AIDS from HIV. And it's like people think through saliva that you can get HIV, or that, I don't want to say they're different, but they are, because like HIV can be, AIDS can't be cured, just put it like that.
But you will not, there's people that have survived 10, 20 years later. You don't die after a year or 2 years. If you're on your medication, you eat healthy, and you exercise, it's not your death sentence.
Fascinating. And I just want to say, I mean, you guys know pretty much more than many college students out there. You just know because you've been involved and you've you know, given up your time, you've sacrificed things. So if there is let me see, 30 seconds of anything you'd like to say to young Latinos who may not be as motivated as you guys are to do things.
Money is the motive. I know that a lot of kids probably don't care about their education. I don't care what I'm doing in school now, but I know that a lot of kids care about money. And the streets aren't going to be there forever. And you can if you just find one person in your life, or be around positive people, and even if you're not, because I've been around plenty of negative people, have that positivity for yourself. Just think money is a motive, and that will get you further. Knowledge is power. If you know, educated, school, the police, you know, people that you think might bring a negative influence in your life or try to put you down, they can't tell you anything if you have that knowledge and you sound like you know what you're talking about. And sometimes that feels so good as a person. When you sit there and we can educate adults as well. Children are not, adults can educate children, but kids can educate adults. We are the next generation. And that's my advice.
Great, thank you. What about you, Natalia?
Well, I just think that stay positive and don't give up on yourself. Like, people there's always going to be somebody in your life that's trying to bring you down, saying you can't do it, but don't let that stop you from, you know, doing what you do. Like, it's going to always be somebody there that's saying, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't go here, you can't go there, but you can. If you push yourself to do something that you really want to do, or even if you don't want to do it, spend time to think about what you want to do, and really just be the positive influence in your group or the people you hang around. If everybody else around you is negative, make them positive. Like, give them energy to do good.
Great.
Can I say one more
Thank you.
thing?
Thank you, girls. Sorry, we got to go, but thank you so much. You're very empowering. We'll hear more from you on generacionlatina.org, so join us next time.
Thank you.
My mama always said, life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're gonna get.
Lions, tigers, bears. Oh my!
I could have been a contender.
Les presento Álgebra 2. ¿Quién se enfrenta a su desafío?
Yo.
Enfréntate a las clases difíciles ahora. Las necesitas para la universidad.